Well, hey guys, Ron Earnhardt here from CreativeSoundLab.tv. Well, I think I calculated about 9 years since I've actually touched an AmpSim plugin. I always try to reamp. I love reamping. I love the experience of reamping. And I just needed something super quick, and to my surprise, it didn't suck. So I'm going to walk you through a few of the ways that I used an AmpSim plugin. Let's get started. Okay, so I got this AmpSim in the package of the Slate Everything bundle. I didn't even really notice it. And then I realized one day, it might be great if I had something that could simulate an amp. I had these guitar tones I wasn't happy with. I'm like, man, these kind of suck. I might have to go and set up an amp and to do this. But I only had a few minutes just to kind of get a mix rolling. And I also had a broader perspective, too. I mean, it's been a couple years since I did this particular song, and I pulled it up for one of my courses, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, this doesn't work. These tones really don't work. They're not that great. So I went digging, and I'm like, oh, what is this? This Scuff Ham amps thing. How do you say that? Scuff Ham amps. Scuff Ham amps. Scuff Ham amps. Scuff 'em amps. I tried some settings, and I'm like, wow, these actually sound pretty good. So here's the original guitar here. Okay, so it's got some really weird issues. The speaker that was in the Gibson Scout from 1965, it has a really weird resonance at like 3.5K or something. I switched it out for an early 60s Oxford, and the amp was like amazing. It's so much better of a speaker. At the time, we had this bad speaker on the Scout. So I thought, this kind of sucks. So I said, well, I got a DI. I could try out some of these amps, at least this amp simulator. So I kind of just went around digging, and here's what I ended up with. So yeah, it really sounds pretty good, I can drive it a little bit more. I can compress it easily before there to kind of help it find the sweet spot. Let's just try that a little bit. Yeah, so get some grit going even into that sustain. And the tremolo actually is able to be appreciated a little more when we can compress it. But doing it before the amp helps to kind of drive that AmpSim a little bit more. I don't know what this is, I don't know anything about this plugin. And it's called American Clean, I guess is what the preset was. Central America, South America, North America. I don't know which America it is, but it sounds pretty good. I mean, I just threw it on here and I ran with it. It's got a kind of a room mic kind of thing. Definitely appreciate that. So that's cool. So again, this is way different. This is not the same experience of reamping, hitting the space bar and the whole building explodes with guitar tone. That's a cool experience. But these definitely sound a lot thicker than what I remember from 9 years ago of what we had available on the market for plugins, okay? I remember like the pod farms and stuff, the rack mount line 6 units and stuff. So, they sounded good, but they never sounded as thick as a real amp. And this here, it's almost like my original track. It just sounded kind of really muddied up by, I don't know, the mic position or what, but it sounds real muddy, like I almost missed the speaker. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I got some cool guitar tone thanks to the amp sim. And then from there, I'm like, well, it's going good. Let's try it on something else. So, I went for this DI track. It comes in the chorus of this. And I kind of mixed and matched some tones here. This is on the left here, so kind of a tweed kind of deal. And this is maybe a Marshall kind of deal. Here's in the context of the mix. Okay, so, I never thought I'd be making a video like this. I've been really adamant about reamping. I definitely think there's something special about using a real amp. There's something special about the process. I'd love to know what type of amp sims you like to use and the type of tones that you usually work with. Is it heavier stuff? Is it clean stuff? So I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.